Hi guys, that's my best friend Chanel.
And that's my best friend Janelle.
And today we have a secret. No, not a secret. Not a secret. Special. That's the word I was looking for.
We have a secret guest.
No, we have a special guest. This is Brittany. Say hi, Brittany.
Hi.
Brittany is our friend, and last week Chanel and Brittany both did an appearance on, well, not appearance, but like a
cameo.
Whatever you call it, on one of our friends, well, not one, several of our friends' podcasts. Yes. Shout out the One Pot Podcast.
One Pot Podcast.
We're gonna put the link down below for their episode. This is, I guess, the visual version.
Yes.
So I was not available for that podcast, and when I listened to it, Chanel and I both decided, like, hey, let's do like a little female version. So today is
wine time.
Yeah, we got our wine glasses on deck, and we got our bottle, and I'm actually drinking this time.
And so I wanted to introduce you guys to one of my personal favorites, Gallo family. White Zinfandel. I know we've been doing the Moscatos lately.
Yeah, the Moscatos are my favorite.
Yes, but I wanted to do the White Zinfandel. So for those if you see the Gallo family.
Zinfandel, for those of you who speak English.
Listen there, don't.
Yes, so we're gonna be sipping on some White Zinfandel. Y'all get your wine, so you can listen along and sip. Clearly today is going to be a
conversation.
Somewhat of a long conversation, So we're definitely going to be having a conversation about the same topic that Brittany and Chanel are talking about on the One Pot Podcast. Shout out again. It's hosted by Chanel's husband, as well as a few of our other friends. Shout out Don, Trevor, Dennis. Well, Uncle Trevor and Uncle Dennis.
Yes.
That's how I know. So yeah, we're about to talk about Miss Brittany. Tell us.
Relationship goals. She said the podcast. That's what it was titled.
But we're doing friend zone.
Ain't nobody give me my script. Where's my script? The look she gave me.
So we are going to be talking about Brittany. Tell us.
Friend zone.
The friend zone.
Have y'all been in the friend zone before? You have?
In the friend zone? I think I put people in the friend zone. I don't know if I've ever been in the friend zone. That sounds so weird to say, because I feel like everybody's like always talking about it. Like, yeah, I don't think I've been. It's because I'm so like picky.
Well, hear what? I've not been in the friend zone because I've been with my husband for so many years and so long. So I guess I'm the outsider. She puts them in the friend zone. Brittany's been in the friend zone, and I'm just...
Wait, so you've never been in the friend zone before you got married?
No. Yeah. No. I mean, there was people who I liked, but I don't think that's what we called it back then. I mean, we were in middle school. But did they like me?
Oh, I remember one time I was in the friend zone in like 3rd grade.
Hey, talk about it.
So I was so in elementary school, I mean, I was like skinny as a stick. I mean, I'm still skinny, but like I was hella skinny. I didn't have no kind of body. I mean, it's elementary, but it was from like 3rd grade to like 6th or 7th grade. And so when everybody was like developing, I still wasn't. And then I used to do my own hair after a while because, like black mamas always want to hit your head with the brush. And I was like, no, let me do it. I went to school literally every single day with the same 2 pigtails because it was the only hairstyle that I could do by myself. And, I'm pretty sure I just wasn't appealing at that point. But from 3rd grade to 6th grade, I had a crush on this guy. I mean, I can say his name at this point. I think we both know CJ. Yeah. And then in 6th grade or maybe 7th grade, I wrote a poem about the kid in our school newspaper. Yeah. And like all the little like girls in school that had started developing were like running him like, oh, this cute little boy, and chocolate, and yeah, he was being a hoe. And so 7th grade I was like, oh, he's so cute. I think 7th grade was the first time I got my hair relaxed. Out here looking like Pocahontas, and I was just like, oh well, maybe I'm cute enough now, so I read this poem about him, and it was like anonymous, but everybody in the school knew who wrote it. I don't know how, even if it was anonymous. And I don't know, it was just hella embarrassing. Like people started going, oh, you wrote that about CJ, and I was like, me? No. What? Yeah, and
you see how you look at him.
Yeah, I mean, he knew that we were friends. We were both in the choir together for like years. We were cool, but I just don't think he liked me like that. Then he goes away, I don't know, I guess after middle school, and what was it, senior year? Or junior year?
Oh, yes, it was like
junior?
Or sophomore? Because we were
I don't know,
maybe
some
2 years.
year in high school. I guess he had moved away to Cali, and he reappears at our high school. And I was the only person that he like knew, that like he saw off the bat, and I was just like, oh my god, what up? But at this point, like I had forgotten about him, little kid crushes, like he moved.
She done grown up.
Yeah, like
developed.
I had other boyfriends, and you know what I mean. Oh yeah, I did. When was I developed? I was so seriously like a late bloomer. I developed in like 10th grade maybe. Like in 9th grade, I was still faking it. Fake it till you make it.
Oh, believe you.
No, I'm serious. I was hella faking it. I think I had like stolen a water bra from my aunt, like to pretend that I had boobs and stuff. Yeah.
You used toilet paper?
Oh no, I never used toilet paper. Like, yeah, but yeah, so 10th grade comes, and I'm looking cute, like I pick out my own clothes now. I got either the curly style or like I blow dry my hair or whatever. I was I learned some stuff. I would wear my little eyeliner and lip gloss and that kind of thing.
Lip gloss was popping?
It was all the way popping.
Go girl.
So he walks into the school, and I'm like, what up, though? But at that point, like I said, I had gotten over my crush. I was just like, oh, we cool people. I've known you forever. We used to be in the choir together, all that kind of stuff. I had forgotten about that little, notebook, newspaper crap and whatever. I ain't sweating it because I'm popping now. And, he walks into the school, and again, everybody goes wild. Like, oh, CJ, you know him? Oh, my God. Like, yo, put me down. Like, yo, can you introduce me? I'm like, girl, the thirst.
For real.
Like, yeah, that's my homeboy, but, like, keep it pushing. Like, if he want to talk to you, he'll talk to you, Anyway, what was it, like 11th or 12th grade at this point? Or maybe it was even after high school. I don't remember. No, it was during high school. So one of my other homeboys who we had known for like ever, who went to a different high school, he was hanging with him. Shout out Eddie, that's my best friend from like 5 years old. He brought him to my house. I guess I think like CJ had told him like he was kind of feeling me at this point, and I was like, well, it didn't happen back then, but okay, cool. So he brings him to my house, and we're all hanging out or whatever, and it was like the tables just turned. Like, back then he didn't want me, and then now when he did want me, he like tried to kiss me, and I was like, stop. Like, at this point it's kind of just like, you gotta put in a little bit more effort than that, boo. Like, I'm not one of these little girls sweating you no more because I look damn good now. I'm not sitting there running around like Pocahontas with pigtails. Like, I got my stuff together now. But yeah, that was the only time that I could remember being in the friend zone. Like, it was a long ass time ago. Because, like I said, I'm hella picky. Like, I don't know.
How about you, Britt?
Yeah.
You said that
What's your friend zone tale?
You said that you've been in the friend zone.
I've been in the friend zone. I've been the homie. The best friend.
Rolling with the homies.
Yeah.
Tell us about it.
You've been the whole
Like, okay.
How did it happen? What's going on? Is there anything new?
It's happened. It's happened many times. I've liked a lot of people, and
most of the time it's like, oh, you're cute, but you're like, you're the homie.
You're the homie.
Yeah. They go for the Pocahontas types, no shade.
So I used to try and straighten my hair just like that, but it would like bounce back. So, I've seen that. My boyfriend now, I was in the friend zone with him once upon a time. And then the tables turned, like you said.
Them tables will
Once
turn.
I learned my worth.
Exactly. Yep. Cheers to
And
that.
you can be like, yeah, don't come at me like that, bro.
Ladies, know your worth.
You know,
Yes.
and it feels so good to just turn it back around on them. Like, and it wasn't even on purpose. Like, I didn't mean for it to be like, okay, you in my friend zone now. It just happened. Like, it is what it is.
So what is the friend zone? What is it? Tell me. Like, I want to hear from both of you. Like, you putting him in the friend zone, what does that stand for?
So
And
here's
then,
the thing. I think that everybody has different meanings of friend zone because I am hella stubborn. I am that person that once you're in my friend zone, you do not come back out, bro.
Clank, clank.
No, I'm dead ass. Like, if I put you,
it's like the jail cell locks. That's you.
if I put you in my friend zone, like, we cool people for life. Like, I got your back, but I will never like you like that. I don't take people out because I'm very methodical, I'm very strategic, and I'm very stubborn. So it's like if I figure that I don't like you like that, there's not really anything that you can do to come out of it. You know, I'm not attracted to you, or something about your personality turned me all the way off, and I don't get turned back on. Like, that's not how life works. I'm not a light switch. Like, so
like, what are some things that has happened before that you're like, yep, you're now friend zone?
I mean, first of all, like, physically, I know what I'm attracted to, and if you're not that, you just ain't that. Like, you can't change. God made you the way He made you. Like, you can't change what you look like. Don't get me wrong. I'm also not a vain person. I definitely. I think I value character more than anything because I've been with a lot of people that other people are like, but he's so ugly, and I'm like, no, that's mine. What do you mean?
That's bad.
Yeah. I mean, until I come out of the relationship and I'm like, damn, y'all couldn't tell me. We did tell you.
Yes, you know who we talking about.
Yeah. I've also yeah.
Sit that wide, girl.
Yeah. I've also been, with guys that are a little chunky, and it's not really about the looks to me, but it's just a matter of like, if I see you and I just don't find you attractive, like in any way, there has to be some kind of chemistry there to pull me in. If it's not there, it ain't there. And it's not going, like, you're not going to magically abracadabra that shit. Like, it's not happening. So I guess I would say something along the lines of like attraction. If it's not there, it's not there. But then also, there's certain things that people can do to make me put you in the friend zone. If you come at me hella aggressive, like, you're in the friend zone and you ain't coming out. And I think I've said this before in another video. I have a friend, like my male best friend. When we first met, he liked me. And I thought he was kind of cute too. And then he came at me all aggressive, like, trying to kiss me. And I was like, whoa, 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 whoa. And it was like, if he was just going, for a first kiss, but we had never.
He shot his shot?
Yeah, he shot his shot, but like, he shot his shot without actually making effort. I am all about effort. If you're gonna shoot your shot, you better make sure that shit comes with effort. You're not just gonna be out here just trying to get with me and hook up and like, I'm not that girl. It's not gonna happen. We're gonna have major issues. But we had talked on the phone for like a long time before that. We had never been out on a date or anything. We went to a party and he just decided to shoot his shot. And it just wasn't happening. It didn't work. And to this day, he's still my best friend. Like, and he knows this. Like, I mean, I'm sure he's over it by now. Like, he tells me all his, dirt when it comes to his, harem of females. I feel bad for saying that. No, but I mean, it's been like a decade, more than a decade, that I've known the kid. Yeah, more than a decade that I've known the kid. So it's like, we're best friends, but I have never went there with him. I would never go there with him. I'm not attracted to him in the least. And I don't think that he's unattractive. He's definitely attractive, especially
he's very handsome.
Yeah, you know him. A lot of people find him attractive, but I am not attracted to him. And so that's just it. You in the friend zone, you in the friend zone. Like, that's my boy. I have his back. Anytime he calls on me, I'm there. But I would never take it further than that. And I've never done anything with him sexually. Like, it's just not, it's like a block. It's like a mental block. I am not attracted to it. I think a lot of people just don't really understand that concept either. Like, people are like, oh, well, you're attractive and he's attractive, so
something... Y'all make some beautiful babies. Like, get together.
Like, something must have happened. You guys must have hooked up at some point. Like, no. Like, just because you're attractive does not mean that I am attracted to you, number one. And number two, everything that glitters ain't gold. Not saying that, he's a horrible guy or anything. I'm just saying, like, just because somebody's attractive does not mean that you have to be attracted to them or have to go after them. That's just me.
So,
yeah.
May I ask, Brittany, what is friend zone to you? Like, what does the friend zone embody? What does it feel like? What is it?
Okay, so my friend zone is different. It doesn't mean all hope is lost. And you can get out of it. Well, actually, no. I would say my boyfriend is still in the friend zone. Like, we're still friends, but we're in a relationship. Like, that's our foundation. So when he put me in the friend zone...
But I don't think that friendship is the friend zone.
Well, that's where it came from, though.
That's just my perspective on it. Just because you're friends doesn't mean you're in the friend zone. You could still have potential, even though we're friends at this point in time. To me, the friend zone is someplace where it's like lockdown, like this, you ain't getting out, like you over here. You're not just a friend, and maybe in the future we might see what happens, or at some point, or there's some kind of attraction there, but like we're just cool right now, and like. Friend zone to me is like permanent, but that's not how you feel. So go ahead.
See, not even this here. I got me rethinking this.
That's why I said that everybody has a different definition.
Everyone does, but since you said that, then it makes sense. So then with my boyfriend, he put me in the friend zone, and he was like, "Oh no, I can't go there with you like that. Like I like you, but I feel like I'm gonna corrupt you. I'm gonna be like a bad influence on you." Where he was in his life at that point. So he was like, "You're my best friend. I keep you on this pedestal. That's where you shall stay."
Okay.
Yeah, I wasn't cool with that because I didn't want that.
Well, I heard a little bit about this relationship when I listened to the podcast. And, I was talking to Chanel about it afterwards, and I was just like, I don't even believe that was the friend zone. I think he was full of shit. Like, all the way full of shit.
Mm-hmm.
Especially because you described it. Describe it a little bit more for us.
Okay.
Like the friendship. The best friendship. I'm giving you a look. I don't even know who Brittany's boo is, but I'm giving you a look. Because that was bullshit. I'm calling it.
Expound. What do you mean?
Tell us a little bit more about your friendship, and then I'll expound.
Okay, so the friendship is we were really cool. We liked each other. But like I said, his whole thing was, I kept you on this pedestal so I can get it. Okay, remember when you said you're not that kind of girl? He could get with those kind of girls. Here, he would have to put the work in. At the time, he was not trying to put the work in. So that's where that was. Like, I'm going to keep you here because I'm not trying to put the work in. You want a relationship? I don't want that right now. But he never clearly said that. Instead of saying that, he's just like, you're my best friend. I don't want to go there.
So what was your friendship like?
Like you said, talking, hanging out. Well, no. See, that's the thing. See, and that's what I said too. It wasn't really much of friendship. It was like a front. That's why you said he's full of shit. Okay,
exactly.
Got
he
it.
is all the way full of shit.
And he realizes that now.
None of what he said to you was real. And like,
it didn't make sense.
That's not a friendship. Like, a friendship to me is somebody like, you got my back. Like, we can hang out. Like, it don't go further than that. We just cool. Like, you my homie. We have
that's why I had to
same
cut him
interests.
off.
Exactly. Like stuff like that.
Okay. So that's why I had to end that quote unquote best friendship and move on with my life, because like I said, we never hung out. We lived 2 blocks away from each other. Kind of like how y'all live 2 blocks away from each other. And I never saw him, never hung out with him, never had moments, nothing.
Now,
until now.
Now, what you did say on the podcast though, like he would actually, because he would say in public, like, this is my best friend,
mm-hmm.
and then he, there'll be a moment.
Yeah. Like y'all hung out in public?
Well, we ran in the same circle, so he went to my church, he went to my school.
So it wasn't like planned hanging out. It was just like, oh,
like,
you're
I'm
there.
You're there.
Okay.
Yeah, and he's like, "This is my best friend."
Mm-hmm.
And then he would say, like, things can kind of get a little bit like, okay, I see you're feeling me, I'm feeling you, and then he'll show up with like, hey, this is my boo, this is my new girlfriend, right?
Mm-hmm.
So,
Or if I had a boyfriend, he would feel some type of way.
Oh, that's such a great friend.
I know, right? That's why I had to cut him off.
You were such a great
He
friend.
wasn't. He wasn't. He really wasn't.
Did he
But
smell?
he realized I smell. Like, smell that.
Yeah, it smelled like bullshit.
You're so stupid. Well, you know what?
It was just pouring out of his mouth.
Yeah,
like,
it was.
I was just
It was.
wondering.
Like bullshit. Yeah, I was young. But I was nice.
We all been young. We all been dumb. Don't worry. Okay.
So that was. So then, would you say I was in the bullshit friend zone? Like that, in a sense, was like we never hung out, never nothing.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really know how much of a friend zone I really consider that to be. Like, I don't know.
Because he led me to believe that we would never date.
Okay, well, I guess, yeah.
Introducing me to other girls and everything. So,
ladies, comment down below. Have you ever been in a friend zone? Not just the ladies, but even the gentlemen. Like, what is friend zone?
Look at that. We're in the United States of America today. She said gentlemen.
Yes, or gentlemen. Gotta snatch it back.
Gentlemen and all the gentlemen in Jamaica. She's talking to you. It's Emancipation Day weekend.
Hello.
Come back from your holiday because she is speaking to you.
Hello, gentlemen, come over here, so. All right.
What's the question?
I wasn't saying. I was just saying, like, if you guys go ahead and write down below. I want you to comment down below and let us know right now if you've been in the friend zone. What's this been like for you? Expound, please.
They've been in the friend zone. I don't know.
so I think it's a zone where you're just not gonna get in a relationship with a person,
Now, may I say,
but your status can change.
it can change, right?
If
go
you
from-
choose to, she ain't choosing.
no.
To. See, I chose to when he was no longer full of bullshit.
He wasn't smelling.
He doesn't reek of that anymore.
Really?
The younger version
Yeah,
of him
and I
did.
feel you though. Like you had to cut it off because like you just smelled so
Let
bad.
him air out.
It's
That's a breeze.
I'm so Brittany was like, I need you to go take a shower and I'm gonna go move to this other country real quick so that I don't smell you right now. And maybe when I get back, if you have your axe on and you're doing better with life, maybe I'll pick you back up. The good times.
And I have to say, from what I am seeing, I am really happy that you guys have moved from the friend zone, transitioning into your relationship, and then further on.
Thank you.
Yeah, I haven't seen anything. I've only heard, so.
She has a strong nose, so when she meets you, smell.
You better not be smelling.
Yeah. I really do have a sensitive nose. I really do be smelling. Anyway, Chanel, you're about to say about the friend zone.
Yes, I guess like my views and opinions on the friend zone is, well, first and foremost, I really feel like sometimes some people, will hear this from me. I think that she puts them in the friend zone like way too quickly. But then I'm kind of like, you know what? Maybe you were onto something. Her senses are pretty accurate, as you could hear, and but I do think that some guys,
I'm gonna be given chances.
yeah, I have a chance. I'm a chancer. I'm all
that's
for
what
love.
Leos are all about. Leos will give the benefit of the doubt to anybody, even if they don't deserve it. And I be on her ass about that sometimes because sometimes people really do genuinely care about you, and they just mess up.
Yeah.
And they can't help it, and I get that. But then you have those people that just want to keep messing up, and then just like come back and be like, hey, let me back in, and then they just gonna keep messing up, and you can kind of usually tell, like, are they genuine or are they not? Chanel can't tell.
Yes, I can. I can. My senses are becoming heightened. Okay.
Chanel can't tell. So, a lot of times I just be looking at her like, girl, what is you doing? I am not like that. I am very, quick to be like, okay, you messing up, and this seems like this is just you. You don't seem like you have the capacity right now to be different. I gotta accept you for you, and I do, and so we could be cool, bro. Like I know, how far I'm gonna take it with you, and that's my homeboy. We good, but I just know what I'm willing to put up with. Like it is what it is.
And there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
And you see, that's also something that I really feel is very important. To know who you are, know your likes, your dislikes, and what you. This right here is not working the right way. You're going to be friend zoned, and that's okay. That's okay. But maybe sometimes you go through that friend zone directory and see if maybe anyone's acting right.
Slip through the cracks.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I haven't come across any of those.
Sorry, y'all. Stay in the friend zone. You'll be okay. It's all right. Yeah. Enjoy the cheese and the crackers in the friend zone.
And I mean, it's like I was explaining earlier, though. It's like it's different if you're my friend and I don't friend zone you. That means that you do have potential, and I am attracted to you, and something could develop. But right now, it's just not. It's not the time. It's not the place. Maybe you have a little bit more growing to do. And so you're a friend.
See, but that's when you know that there's a possibility that time may come, that your
Right.
mindset may change. I don't think at
and
that
that's
time
not
he
the
knew.
friend zone to me.
Well, yeah, because you're thinking. But at that time, that's who he was. He didn't see himself being
Changing?
Yeah, at all.
Because it's to me, a lot of things in relationships are about psychology. And guys are really good at it. I've been, I have a lot of guy friends. And when I say friends, I mean friends. Like, and guys will talk, around me, and because I'm one of the boys, like, yeah, I might be Pocahontas, but if you know you ain't getting in my panties, like, you just gonna be like, all right, she been around for years, and ain't nobody getting with her, like, she just one of the boys, you know what I mean? And they do talk around me, and it's just like, sometimes guys will say, like, yeah, we're just not gonna be in a relationship, and you're just the homegirl, and da-da-da, because they want to kind of have their cake and eat it too, because girls have a tendency to not listen to what guys say. Guys will tell you, I don't want a relationship. And girls will be like, I can change his mind.
Not I.
I was one of those. Oh, snap. I take it back.
You've been in the friend zone.
I was in the friend zone.
When?
With my husband. So
That's because you're crazy.
Because I'm what?
Because you're crazy.
Listen here, okay?
Her husband thought she was that shit. And he
Listen.
was trying not to say it.
Listen, okay? Listen to this.
No, tell him. You said it on the podcast. Tell him what you did to your husband.
Okay, so
Who was not her husband at the time, clearly.
yes, so I had met this guy through actually a guy that I was talking to, and he was like,
Sorry, it's really so hard to not check yourself out in the mirror. I mean, in the camera. Just be like,
I know, you just want to like,
This guy, the guy you're talking to.
yeah. So I was talking to this guy, and he was like, hey man, you gotta meet my Jamaican friend, he's really, really cool. And I was like, yeah, bring him on the phone. So this was back in the day when we used to do phone parties and all that
yeah,
stuff.
the phone chats.
Yes.
And like call in to like talk on the line and stuff like that. I don't know what the hell he was doing.
I know. This is someone that we had actually, you had introduced us. So I'm sitting there talking.
You did. Did you say the guy you were talking to?
Oh, I did.
Yes, you did.
Yeah.
So-
I didn't even realize that he was the person that introduced you and your husband.
So, and we were actually talking, and I was feeling him, and he was like, oh, he kept talking about his friend, his Jamaican friend, and I'm like,
That was him trying to have like a common connection.
Yeah,
with you
because
you're Jamaican.
exactly. And so I was like, all right, bring him on the phone, you know? So he called him like several times and he had never answered. And so I was like, all right, we'll call him again. See, not in the same day, but like several different times. And so he finally picked up and he was like, hey, Cian, this is my Jamaican friend. And I was like, hey man, I have a girlfriend that I would love to hook you up with, you know who. You know who.
I can imagine.
Yeah. And I was like, I have a girlfriend that, you know, I would love to hook you up with and get your number. So we get on the phone. It's me and my girlfriend at the time. And we call.
Wait, okay, was your girlfriend at the time the pretty one or the ugly one?
The ugly one.
Oh.
And I was.
She didn't deserve nobody.
And so I was talking to them and I was like, yeah, you know, I mean, just me and my husband just kept talking. And I mean, it was as if they were on the phone. And actually, I told the guy that I was talking to, I was like, hey, listen, Cian, give me your phone number. Because I mean, just the conversation we're having, I just love to continue to talk some more. I needless to say, I never spoke back to his friend.
Yo, that's so shady.
But I was real.
So you friend zoned the boy you were
I
talking
guess
to,
I
to
did.
the guy on the phone.
But I was kept it real.
Wow.
I mean, we were in a relationship.
Yo, Chanel is savage.
Wow, that's
savage.
I apologize many years later, but thank
so
you.
if you
for
got a girl, don't try and put your friend on the phone with your girl. They may have a better conversation than y'all do.
Well, they technically were together. That was not his girl.
No,
They were talking.
Yeah, we were talking.
And now there's no more talking.
But you know, they wasn't dating.
Yeah, but that's that.
See, that's why you keep your relationships private until they're established and until they're significant. Because
Yeah, so I saw the chance and I said, "Hey, Cian, continue. Hey, call me. Give me your phone number. It's fine if I
private conversation.
Yeah, I was like, it's okay if you talk.
talk.
I was like, it's okay if I talk to you. You know?
are they friends still? Like,
No.
are they cool still?
No, after that day it was done.
Wow.
Yeah.
Of course. What is there to talk about?
I do remember him telling me though, like,
things work out the way they're supposed to. Because
exactly.
I mean, I don't know what he has going on at this point in his life, but I'm
that's
sure
true.
he found somebody.
I'm pretty
and
sure. And he was an amazing guy.
He was,
Yeah,
he was that cool, but he was
yeah.
not for you.
Yeah.
I can see that, you know, looking back, like he was not for you.
Yeah.
As an adult, you get that, but I feel like as a child,
that
that's
time.
like scars.
I know. That was high school though.
Oh my
I
gosh.
guess. Like he was just like,
So I got on the phone with this guy, and my friend took him away.
I know.
Wow.
So then shortly thereafter, I was there talking to my husband now, but at the time he was just a friend. And after 1 week of talking to this man, 1 week, I told him, I said, like, he was talking, I said, hey, listen, I just want to tell you something. And he was like,
listen to the crazy.
he was like, what's up? I was like, listen, I know you may not have anything to say, but I just want to get this off my chest. And he was like, all right, go ahead. And I was like, I love you. I want you. We're going to get married. Or you're with my husband, okay? And he was like, so at school, this is what happened. And I was like, all right, then.
I wish I could have been a fly on the wall.
I was
to
so
hear that
nervous.
conversation. Like, what did he
So
say?
crazy.
That after 1 week, you was like,
Girl, it was
we're gonna go half on a baby. Like, I
it
want
was.
you.
It wasn't.
Look at the face. It's like,
It
what
wasn't.
lyrics did he say to you?
If you know my husband, you know he got lyrics. But he was just talking, and I was just like, it was just something welling up inside of
It's
me.
the vibe.
Yeah, and I
It
was-
you know, the connection. And I can understand that, but bro, you so crazy.
I
At this
know.
point, she hadn't even seen his face.
I had not seen him, but I told him this on the phone, and he kindly was like, so that he went back to the conversation as if I had not said anything. And I wasn't offended because I didn't expect him to say anything. But then for the next 3 months, I would tell him, right before we hang up, hey, I love you. And he'd be like, all right, have a good night. And I'll be like, okay, next day wake up, okay, had a good day. Well, I just want to let you, okay, you gonna go? Okay, I love you. And he'd be like, all right. And I was like, okay. no problem. But I think towards the end, I was like, this is not going anywhere. He's now friend zoned me. And so I was going to kindly find someone else to continue to move on. And that's when he saw, like, he felt it, like he was losing me. And I think there was like a couple of days later that I had not said. I was like, all right, well then, all right, bye. And he was like, she didn't say I love you, And I was just like, yeah, that love is dwindling away. And so then that's when he stepped up, and he was like, it was on New Year's, and he like changed my whole world. And needless to say, we were together all this time.
Do you consider that the friend zone?
I don't know. I was just thinking about it. I don't know how much I consider it the friend zone, because even though he might not have reciprocated at that point, there was still potential there because he was still speaking to you. But he was still spending time on you. Time is what matters to me. Like, if I'm spending time on you, if I'm putting in effort, and that's why effort means a lot to me as well, because my time is precious. Honey, I'm an attorney. I charge by the hour.
But then there's a fine line between friends and friend zone then, because in both you spend time. With your friends, you spend time. In friend zone, if you like them as a person but not romantically, you spend time.
With your friends, are you sitting there caking on the phone every night?
Some friends you do. I wouldn't call it caking, but y'all have great conversation for hours.
Every night?
It depends on the friend, though.
Yeah, I've never had a friend like that.
I have.
I mean, except for Chanel. But
until I got into a relationship and I ain't on the phone every night with nobody but him. But yeah, I've had friends like that. Sorry, go ahead. I've had friends like that before where you can just talk for hours. You just have that vibe. And it can be confusing if
I do. I mean, I have had friends like that where I can talk for hours to them, but I'm not talking to them every single night before I go to my bed. I mean, I might talk to you in the daytime at 2 o'clock and we still talking at 5 o'clock. Like, I get that. Sometimes you do just have a lot in common talking, about stuff for a long time. But I think there's just a difference. Like, I'm not going to sleep with you on the phone if you're just my friend. Mm-hmm. That's just how I feel. Clearly, you have had different.
When I was younger, now you realize there's just certain hours where nothing good will come of this. So it doesn't make any sense. But
when I was younger, if I was talking to you before I go to my bed and I'm on the phone with you, I mean, girl, especially that was them times where like your mama yelling at you for her cell phone bill, like.
Yeah, I didn't do that too. Mm-hmm. That was the only time we could talk. You had to have dinner. You had to have done your homework. So my time was all that was left. She was winding down in her room.
So at that
you were winding up. Without the wine. Before caking was a thing. Just on the phone. The cord phone. Just, hang it up silently.
So, I mean, I don't know. I think maybe I'm just a little bit more black and white than a lot of people. And I know I am. I know I'm sometimes I can be really black and white. There's not a lot of gray area with me. And that's something that I've definitely had to work on throughout my entire life. But to me, I've always been black and white. Like, if it's not that, then I'm not going to act like it is. So that's never been a thing. If I was on the phone past 9 o'clock when, minutes was free, I was talking to somebody I was actually interested in and putting effort and time into somebody I was actually interested in. Unless they were, like I said, just a best friend like Chanel or like another female or whatever. It's never been my, I don't know. So, like I said, everybody has their different definitions. Everybody has their different ways of dealing with things. But, I don't know. I just think if I'm putting in that time, then so it's not really friend zone.
He liked her.
Of course.
He just didn't say
of
it. Of
course, he was just kind of like, okay, this is weird. Like, she seems cool. She has a good vibe. I'm going to keep talking to her, but like, I don't know about this love thing, but like, we're going to keep talking and seeing where this goes. Mm-hmm. I don't really think that was a friend zone.
If you guys want to hear what he said, go ahead and check out the One Pop podcast link located below and hear what he said.
Yeah, he gave his, description of the situation from his perspective, not just hers. And, he kind of explained how her crazy did not run him off.
Ladies, don't be afraid to shoot your shots.
And how she got a ring out of it,
Hey. And 3 beautiful children.
Yeah. I was just thinking about that. Yeah, so I don't know. I don't know if I'd consider that friend zone. I mean, that's the closest you've been to friend zone, so we'll take it.
Yes.
We'll take it.
I was in the friend zone for 3 whole months, and it was agonizing.
Yeah, I had some years in that. Like, was so much, but yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, I've had people in my friend zone. I don't know how many friend zones I've been in.
And no one really clearly says it, like, you're in the friend zone.
So do you think this is something that you should?
I definitely do say it.
Yeah, nowadays you should be very clear.
I'm very I don't like to waste my time, and I don't like to waste anyone else's time. I'm very straight up. I'm very blunt. Like, if I don't see anything with you and you ask me, I will tell you. Because a lot of people don't like to ask. They're like scared to ask because they're just like, oh, let's just see where this goes. I am not a go with the flow kind of chick. Like, I need to know how I'm spending my time and why. I need to know why I'm wasting my time if I am. So, some people will not ask me, and I'm not going to just come out and be like, by the way, I don't like you like that. Because I don't know, maybe you're just trying to be cool, But I've definitely had people ask me, like, yo, what's up for this situation? And I'm just like, we good, we cool, you my homeboy. And then it will be like, oh, but, maybe we can, go out here and, yeah, as long as, we just cool, we my homeboy. Oh, well, so you don't think I'm attractive, and I will literally tell you, like, you're just not my type. I'm not going to be rude about it. I'm not going to tell you you're not attractive because, who am I? You're probably attracted to a lot of damn people, just not to me. You are not my type. But yeah, a lot of guys will like, yo, so what up? And I'm like, good, homeboy. Right. Anyway, guys, that was our spew about the friend zone. Thank you, Miss Brittany, for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
It has been a pleasure.
Yes.
Thank you.
It was fun. Like I said before, we're gonna put the link down below in the description part, I guess, for the One Pot podcast, the podcast that both Brittany and Chanel were a part of. Shout out One Pot podcast. Listen to them, guys.
Yeah,
if you're into podcasts, give them a listen.
Where are they? How can you listen to them?
A few. Yeah, we're gonna put the links down below.
Yes.
Also, you can follow them on Instagram, One Pot Podcast, as in one ONE. Pot, like you cooking, POT podcast. And yeah, let's give them a listen. They're, a few Caribbean men, just like us Caribbean women, and they're giving their perspective on things that happen. So if you're into that, check them out. And you can listen to their guest appearance on their podcast.
Yes. And you can find their channel on SoundCloud, iTunes, iHeartRadio, Sketcher, and some more platforms coming in soon.
Yeah, they got a lot going on, doing big things. Shout out to y'all. So, guys, comment down below if you've had your, own friend zone experiences. Let us know, if you agree with any one of us on our descriptions of friend zones. What y'all think about the friend zone. Can you get out? Can you not get out? Let us know. Like the video, share the video, hit the bell, get our notifications, subscribe, and come back next week for another video on Wednesday or Thursday,
so you can see our beautiful faces.
That's my best friend Chanel.
And that's my best friend Janelle.